Hello there, welcome back. You know, by now, I think it's safe to say we're all sick of looking at this pagination stuff, right? And I think even though it's been a bit of a marathon, hopefully you're feeling okay because you know that you'll be able to use this stuff again and again and you won't need to go through all of that ever again. It's very cool. However, just before we finish, there's one more thing that I want to do before this is perfect. And that is the showing statement, okay? Now the showing statement is a little line of text that goes up here, and it's going to say something like showing items 1 to 20 of 50, something like that. You know, who knows, you can change it to anything you want, but something that tells them basically what they are looking at, okay? Now Amazon uses showing statements, eBay uses showing statements, even Google. Everybody uses showing statements in one form or another. They may have different wording, but it's nice to have those little statements in there, okay? These are the cherries on the cake. And actually, I like to have cherries on the cake. Don't know about you. So we're going to add that stuff right onto this. It'll only take a few minutes, okay? So let's open up our custom pagination controller thing. And I've got some comments here that I was using previously to reference some stuff and build up some settings. We can now take that stuff out, okay? Thank you very much. We don't need that anymore, so just go ahead and take that out. And I'm going to make a new function up, very simple one, and it's called get showing statement, okay? Get showing statement. Now, just like the one upstairs here, remember this generate pagination thing, okay? Same vibe here, it's going to take in a data variable, okay? And I'm going to leave a little note for future generations, and it's going to say for this to work, data should contain, and the things that we want would be limit, offset, and total rows. That's all we need, okay? If we have those three variables, we can come up with a nice little showing statement. It's going to be fantastic. So let's clarify the variables, right? The limit equals data limit, okay? And the offset equals data offset. And the total rows equals data total rows, okay? And we're going to use these three variables to build a new thing, which I'm calling, actually let's call it showing statement, okay? Just so that everything's really clear. And the showing statement is going to be something like this. It's going to say showing, and then we'll have value 1. 2, and then we'll have value 2, and then it will say of, and then we'll have a value 3 results, okay? So that's the vibe. So it's going to say something like showing, I don't know, 20 to 40 of 50 results, something like that, and there you go. Now, what on earth are these values 1, 2 and 3 all about? Well, let me just show you. Value 1 equals the offset plus 1, okay? Now the reason we need to do that is because offsets start at 0, and that's nice if you happen to be a robot, but if you're a human being, it's kind of more useful if things start at the number 1, you know? So that's the vibe. Now value 2 is going to be the offset plus the limit, okay? That's the vibe. And value 3 is pretty simple. It's just going to be the total rows, okay? So actually, that's it. That's everything we need. Thank you very much indeed, and I hope that's all cool. But you know, I suppose that there's some kind of hypothetical chance that somebody could come in and do a /999 or something and try and see if there's other items. So let's just add in a little fail safe. It'll probably never get used, but let's just say if value 2 is greater than value 3, then let's just have it so that value 2 equals value 3. Okay, so we're never going to have some crazy statement there. It's always going to make some kind of sense, and that's the showing statement. Okay, so to get this thing actually working, we need to add it onto the store categories controller. Okay, so let's open up the store categories controller. We can see that we have this pagination data thing building up and it generates that. Okay, so that's kind of cool, and we know that we can reuse some of this stuff, and we can generate we can get our showing statement. Okay, so the vibe is I'm going to say data showing statement equals this custom pagination get showing statement, and we are passing in this data variable here. Okay, now remember, the showing statement is looking for limit, offset and total rows. Okay, now we've got offset and we've also got we've got limit and we've got total rows, but we do not have offset. So I'm going to add in pagination data offset, and that's going to be equal to, now do we have the offset anywhere here? Oh geez, let me just see. Okay, so we'll just say this get offset. Okay, so that's the vibe. Pagination data offset. Yep, that's good. I'll space out here. Does that make things clearer? Okay, so that's us, and actually this is going to be called pagination data. That's the vibe. Okay, so we now have the showing statement. So this is really easy. Now we just go into the actual view file, and I'm going to do a paragraph, and then I'm going to echo out the showing statement like so. Okay, and while we're here, actually let's do another little pagination vibe, and how about if we do that down here at the bottom of the page. Okay, so now if we hit refresh, you'll see that it says showing 1 to 20 of 50 results. We also have it down here as well. Okay, so people can click around. Look, showing 21 to 40, and that's exactly what this is. That's really cool. Okay, if we go to the last page, showing 41 to 50 results. Okay, so that's us. We are now, you'll be glad to hear, we are now totally finished with our pagination module. Now if you want, you can go and quickly add pagination and whatnot to the other sections of the website. There's no reason why not, and it should only take a few minutes, but I think that's me finished talking about that. And as a matter of fact, I'll be quite happy if I never have to say the word pagination ever again.